Hey everybody. I'm sorry that I haven't learned the time limit on these things. I'm really bad at stuff like that. I can cook a meal and not burn it at all. I mean, I don't need a timer. I don't need, a bell to go off or anything to ding. I'm really good at natural timing, but anyway. So I'm gonna watch my time today, and I'm actually gonna cut this one pretty short. First of all, I want to apologize. I know that, you know, um, from the start, I have been telling depressing stories about myself, but really, I'm just trying to allow you to get to know me because, as I said in one of my videos, it's been a tough journey for me to get to where I am today, and where I am today is a wonderful mother. I'm trying to improve myself because when I found out I had an illness called acute intermittent porphyria about 8 months ago, after years of thinking that I had fibromyalgia and interstitial cystitis like my mother, I was scared. I mean, the reason why I found out was because I was starting to get sick a lot more, and I had gained a bunch of weight, for one, because I was sick in the bed with cellulitis all over my legs. I could not walk, they were so swollen, and we're talking about for 3 months. Now that I've lost 32 pounds and I'm fixing to have my fronts fixed, I'm so excited. So I am turning things around because I'm not used to being the girl that ever had problems with her looks. I used to have long blonde hair, layered, and I was real skinny, and the first thing I ever found out that was wrong with me was I was anemic, and that was no big deal. Take one iron pill a day, and you really have to look up acute intermittent porphyria to know what it is, to understand it. But the reason why I'm on pain medication, I'm on methadone for it, and I start treatment on December 10th, so it's going to be my Merry Christmas. And they really are saying that it's going to help turn my life around because I've been on pain management now for about a year. And before that, it really was just a bunch of doctor's appointments and doctors handing me, lower tabs, and the lower tabs weren't doing anything for me. Or Norcos is what they call them now, but they weren't doing anything. They weren't touching it. And so a lot of doctors shooed me away, thinking that I was a drug seeker, because they thought I was that it was impossible for me to be so young and for me to be in so much pain. And, but I really am. I'm doing good now. I am, right now, I'm in a place in my life where I know that there's only one way for me to go, and that's up, because I am just continuously to move forward in my life. I'm becoming a better mother, and because the doctors finally know now what I have and what to do about it. Being a better mother is even going to get better from there because I'm not going to be in bed so much. It really was only this past year I was in bed a lot, but it scared the living crap out of them because they were like, am I going to lose my mom? They didn't understand. At the time that I started really getting sick, my daughter was 12, and my son was 8, fixing to be 9, and now they are 11 and 15, and they're so excited that I've been diagnosed properly and that I'm fixing to start getting treatments because supposedly these treatments are really supposed to turn my life around, and I'm supposed to be able to cut my methadone dose in half. I am on 145 milligrams a day, And then at night, I take 3 milligrams of Xanax just to sleep because I'm ADHD and I'm very backwards with medicines. For instance, like when I got into car accidents or had to go to the hospital and had to get a shot, morphine like didn't put me to sleep. I never started dozing off. And I would always complain about still being in pain, and they're like, oh my god, what does she take at home? And I'm like, I don't take anything. And they never believe me. I'm like, you don't understand. Nothing that you give me is fixing to really help. You're giving me stuff in small dosages, and they speed up my heart. And make my heart skip beats, which isn't very comfortable. Okay, first of all. Let's just say when I was younger, I tampered with a lot of different drugs, before I got clean. And I guess when I say clean, because I was never actually a drug addict, but I did, party. But I partied like on ecstasy and hallucinogens like mushrooms and LSD. I tried chocolate mescaline. And, I did a lot of speed. Especially a lot of ecstasy that has speed in it. And it can really, really mess up your heart. So, my ADHD grew up with me. And when I say that because when you read about ADHD, it says that, your child can have it, and then when they turn into a grown-up,